Record. All right, everybody. It is, I don't even know what day it is. Summer Problems, Tuesday, August 9th. And today's meeting, we're going to talk about growing your business on social media. So I'm actually very excited about it because at Summit, I got some, just a couple little tidbits that I could add, but I was actually very happy with what I had already set for you guys because I'm pretty much on par. Yay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. Yvette, can you hear me? I'm sorry, honey.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and mute. I muted myself.
Yes.
That's silly. All right, let me try this again. So how do I mute all of you? Mute audio for Jennifer and mute audio for Yvette. Okay, perfect. All right. So do I need to share my screen again? I cannot minimize when I am sharing this. What is going on with this stuff? Okay, let me do it this way. There we go. All right, I think we're good now. Okay, perfect. All right, so let me get this on here. User error. All right, so first thing you want to do when you're working with your social media and growing that is you really want to build your brand. So that's, one of the first things you really need to sit down with yourself, and decide who are you, who were you before you started Beachbody, and go from there. So, are you a mom, a wife, teacher, attorney, a Beachbody coach? All of these things are your roles. They're not who you are. And I always thought that's who I was, and that's not who I am. It's what I do. And so I had to do an exercise when I went to the Keys with Christina and all the leaders. We did an exercise that really opened our eyes to who we were. So are you confident? Are you reserved? Do you hate doing laundry? Do you love shopping? I'm a wine and chocolate lover. Do you have a strong faith in God? Do you love to travel? Do you hate to travel? Do you, there's so many different things and so many different pieces of you that you want to be able to hone in and share. And actually, there's a lot of things here that I haven't really shared a lot of. So I really need to get myself, I need to sit down with myself and decide what else I want to share because there's so much more about me than just, being a teacher, a Beachbody coach, and sharing my transformation. So you really want to hone in on that. And then when you know who you are, you're going to be able to attract your tribe. You're going to attract people that are just like you, which is actually pretty cool because you want to hang out with people like you. And that's the cool part of this business is that you can choose your tribe, right? All right. So you want to share your story. And I can't move this up. Why can't I move this up? I can't see what I'm saying there. Okay. What sets you apart? There are, how many? Over 1 million Beachbody coaches, 400,000 in the network, which is probably the working coaches. But what sets you apart from all the other Beachbody coaches out there? There's so many out there that are just sharing their transformation, but we don't know who they are. What problem did Beachbody, the fitness and the business solve for you? You want to share that because maybe there's somebody out there that needs this as a solution. What makes you laugh? What makes you cry? What were you looking for when Beachbody came into your life? Were you looking for it? Did it find you? Were you hunting for something? I know that I was searching for something. I finally saw a T25 infomercial, and Christina was just so visual on Vinny's newsfeed that he knew that she was the one that we needed to talk to in order to get that program. So that's how, it kind of found me. And you want to think about who you were before Beachbody. How has it changed you physically, mentally, socially, everything. For me, at first, it was a physical transformation. And then it became a more of a mind shift. And I started changing and I started finding who I was before everything else, motherhood and teacherhood and wifehood and just being an adult. I kind of lost myself in all of that. And Beachbody actually helped me, and it's a continuous process. And I'm finding who I am in this whole Beachbody world, which is insane. How's your family better now that you're, on your A game? You're feeling better about yourself. You feel confident. How has it changed your family dynamic? And how and why has Beachbody blessed you? You want to be able to talk about those things. It doesn't have to be monetary. And so many times we see people talking about the ways Beachbody has blessed them, and it's not even talking about how much they make per week. Sure, it's, I talk about how I covered my groceries when I first started the business, and it became so much more than that. A dream of mine was to shop organic, and I was able to do that because of the opportunity. And that's just benefiting my family in the long run. All right. So on Facebook, the ideal is to post 3 to 5 times a day. And you don't want it to be where you're weaving yourself into Beachbody. You want Beachbody to be woven into your day. So you want to kind of, what's the word I want to say? Just kind of sprinkle Beachbody throughout the day. And I know for those of us who are going back to work with teaching, it's kind of difficult for us to post during the day. I know I can't because I have eyes watching me. So I use a scheduling program like Postcron or Hootsuite, and I schedule my morning posts and my afternoon posts. I just actually a couple days ago spent 30, 40 minutes, maybe if that, scheduling all my posts for my challenge group. So every single day at 6 a.m., Postcron sets that up for me in the morning. So there's a motivational Monday or whatever the case may be. And actually, I just copy pasted from the challenge group guide for 21 Day Fix. It's phenomenal. If you haven't looked at it, if you haven't used it, they've actually updated everything. So it's actually really nice. You can download all the pictures at once. And all you need to do is just scroll through, copy, paste your post, and upload the picture. So it's actually been fantastic. Use your personal page to network or for your network or to grow your network. I'm covered here, so I have no idea what it says there. But you want to boost or you want to increase how many people are in your personal page, and you want to talk to those people. Those are the people who know you. And yes, sometimes it feels like you've run out of people to talk to, but these people are watching you. I've signed up actually a couple of people last month who had been watching me since I started for 2 years. They've been watching me and watching, and they finally decided to pop in and decide to go for it. So don't give up on your personal page. I know, Jen, you're focusing on your like page, which is great. Like pages are great for boosting those free groups. So if you're ever throwing out an ad, boost that free group ad, because you want that cold market. You want to be able to show them who you are through your free groups. When I spoke with Craig Coiler, I'm actually going to give you the file also. I'll post it up in Diesel Dynasty. He encouraged me to kind of take it a step further with the free groups. He says to go towards working on personal development. Find a theme, whether it's time management or belief in yourself or, I don't know, think of a personal development theme. He states, that you want to kind of go deep with these new people. You want them to get to know who you are, where you were before, and how personal development helped you, and make that part of your free group. It can even just be a book club type of deal. And that's another way to get people started and trust you. And you can weave in your Beachbody experience, your Beachbody, transformation, all of these things. You can weave that into personal development because fitness and nutrition is all part of that personal development. So I thought it was a great idea. He actually gave me, don't remember her name, Superstar Diamond Coach, gave him her template that she used. So I'll go ahead and share that with you in the Diamond page and the Dynasty page so that you all have that as well. I'm going to definitely try that. I'm going to go for September just because I'll be more settled with my class and I'll have my routine at that point. So I'll be able to do that. And then you want to boost your like page, not all of the ads that you're putting out there, or you know, certain posts. And that's a mistake that I made. I was boosting my posts, not my page. So you want to boost your page so people can see, as they're scrolling through your ad, or you'll post up, you'll pop up, and that person will be able to like your page. So if there's anything there that they see that interests them, or they have in common with you, like your cover page for your like page, they'll go ahead and just click like. So that's a great way to get those likes as well. Go live. So I just recently learned that the algorithm for Facebook, we know that the algorithm for Facebook is always changing, and going live gives you actually a lot more, I guess you're seen. I don't know if that's the right visibility, more visibility than a recorded video, more visibility than a picture, more visibility than sharing those videos, those cat videos. Going live is what's going to make you more visible to your followers. So you definitely want to go live, share a recipe, share your workout, maybe even show a workout, you know, like a great squat or squat form, making sure you're doing your squats in the right form, you know, push-ups, the right form for push-ups, things like that. You want to show value. I actually went live the other night and I showed a couple of recipes from the Fix It cookbook, and people were like going to town on it. They were dying over it. I was like, oh, okay, well, this works. So I'll definitely have to do that again, just because I was like, you know what, maybe I'll go live. Let's see if anything or anybody's interested in this, you know? So go live. And I also did I also went live when I was frustrated over my key getting stuck in the door. Again, I had a ton of engagement because I guess people thought it was hilarious that I was not locked out of my house, but I couldn't get the key out of my door and I needed to get to my son's baseball team. I don't know, I guess people related to me, but it worked. And that's something that people were interested in seeing, I guess. I don't know, people, you got to think of your life as it's like a reality show. So that's what people say. Go live. All right, so Instagram. Instagram can be a little challenging because it's not as static as Facebook. People can't like it, your comment, your post or your picture, because it's not going to bump it up to the top of the news feed. So you have to constantly make, you have to constantly post on Instagram. So you also want to make your Instagram home screen, I guess. It's like your profile page. You want to make it visually appealing. Chelsea Pearson is like the guru at this. And I've tried to do this, but it's just, I kind of get into my head with this. So she'll do a picture and then a white background quote of some sort. Then there's a picture and a white background quote. And when you look at her page, it actually looks very cool and it's very stimulating. So you can do that. You can alternate between fitness, the funny white or black background quotes, personal, fashion, anything like that. And you don't have to do the pattern with the white and black background, but show who you are in those bits and pieces of those pictures, not just fitness, not just food. Show, your style. What do you do for a living? Again, weave Beachbody into your life through Instagram. Now, what you want to do also is you want to like other people's posts. And I shared this actually, I think last call. Use the hashtag, a hashtag that you recently used. Like, for example, I like using Teacher Life, and I find a lot of teachers that way. And so you can click on Teacher Life that you've already used, and you're going to find everybody who used that hashtag, and you can go into their accounts and follow them. Now, that takes a lot of time, and a lot of us don't have a lot of time. And so there's something called Instagress. And Instagress basically does this for you. And let me see if I can get out of this so I can show you what it is. So Instagress is a program that I actually learned from Josh Coates. And this is what it is. And right now it's working for me. And as I sit here talking to you, it's liking people's pictures, it's following people, and then it's unfollowing people. And the way it works is it's going to like somebody who has a hashtag that I've assigned. It's going to follow somebody who has a hashtag or follow somebody that I follow or that I want it to follow. And anybody who does not follow me back, Instagress will unfollow them. The fact that the system connects you with somebody. You want to be able to follow somebody that's going to follow you back. And so the parameters, you'll set the parameters. This I followed a tutorial to do all these things. But what's important down here is all these tags. And so these are the hashtags. So anybody who uses CEO Mom, Teacher Life, which is what I use, Fit Teacher, Fit Mom, Family is Everything, I Teach Fourth, all of these things, these are hashtags of people who I relate to. Instagress is searching for these hashtags to see and to follow and to see if there's a relationship there that we can make. And so either they follow me back or they don't. Instagress will either continue following them or unfollow them for me. In addition to that, the system will follow people or look for people who follow these people. So I'm basically, I hate to word the use steal, but I am attracting or being seen by the people who follow all of these people. And I can add a ton of people. So this is another way for you to build your Instagram following. It's not as organic as you going and searching for these people, but it's definitely a time saver. And something that I would recommend you guys try out. You can do it for 3 days for free and then decide if you want to continue doing it. In 3 days, I increased my following by 250, or actually Instagram did it for me. I posted in that time, I posted a clean eating group ad and I was able to connect with some people that way. So it's a great way to find cold leads and people. This is a way to grow your network. You want to be able to talk to people that, need your help, which is why I have McDonald's and Cold Stone. So, you have to figure out who it is that you want to attract. Okay. So hopefully that's a quick little idea there if you wanted to do that. But for 3 days, try it. It's called Instagress. You set up an account, try it and see what happens, and how it works for you. All right. Let me get back to my slides. All right. And for Instagram, if you're posting about a clean eating group, you want to direct message them. Anybody who likes that post, you want to send a direct message to them, telling you, I can't move us. All I see is like the 4 of us on my screen and I can't move you guys. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I can't. Okay. Free groups. Make sure you are sending a direct message to these people who are liking that post. 9 out of 10 times, people are not going to respond to you. It's just going to be a dead lead, but that's usually the way it is because you're cold. You're not somebody who's known, right? So just know that when you do send that direct message, you're not going to get a response back right away. Okay. I think that's it. So posting don'ts, I went into my archives. I scrolled like forever to find these. And we talk about not using stock photos, right? I need to move us and I cannot. Oh, there we go. I think I did it. And I need to minimize myself. Can I do that? And I can't go back. Can I go back? I'm so frustrated right now. Hold on. What a bummer. All right. There. Fixed it. Okay, good. All right. Now I can talk to you. So posting don'ts. Stock photos. I was the stock photo queen. 21-day fix. Begins August 25th. Does anybody know about me? No. 9 people liked it. And when you look at my post, you can't really connect with me. It was just, I was excited, but there's no story there. Then there's this picture of me. What the heck am I doing? Train wreck. Yep, I'm a train wreck. There's 5 people who were interested in seeing what I was doing. Whether I was able to send them off to my like page or not, I have no idea, but that post was a fail. Again, Survive the Feast Bootcamp. Not so much. Like, I was long-winded. I have no idea what it was. It's just a lot of information, and you weren't able to connect to me because I had this beautiful graphic, but where am I, right? And then Max Out. It's not doing a lot. 2 people liked that post, and that was the end of that. It was one of those things, it failed. So what does work? Being funny. I actually made fun of myself during the Ultimate Reset, and people were talking to me about it at Summit. It was the funniest thing. I did something similar to a cat with vegetables or lettuce hanging up from its mouth. And I did that, and I just had fun with it. And people laughed and they enjoyed it. So make fun of yourself. I know we want to be perfect on social media, but sometimes we just need to show who we are. Obviously, I nailed that position with Tony, but I thought it was funny and I actually got some engagement from that. I shared my heart down on the bottom. I shared my story. I talked about my fears about it and I got 91 likes. It was something crazy. And then I showed my midsection, which it's always a work in progress for me. I have so much skin there and it's just one of those places that's just rough for me. And I got a lot of engagement there as well, so sharing your story is so important. And then there's this crazy post that I put up. There is no tired like end of the year teacher tired. It was shared over 3,500 times. And I got 1.4 or 1,400 likes, laughs, hearts, whatever. It was an anomaly. It was the craziest thing. And I was like, really? A dog? I was in shock. But I got engagement on my page. People were sharing it. My name was out there. I was getting actually a lot of really interesting friend requests, but I got some legit friend requests also. And so they became friends with me. That way they can see that, yeah, I am a teacher. I know what it's like to be that tired and I'm funny. At least I think I am. And then go deep. When you share your story and you go really deep, people will see that there's something that they connect to. They can connect with you. There's someone out there that needs to know you were once where they are. And I had seen, even though it was Vinny who purchased the program from Christina, when I went back into her post and I looked at pictures and I was like, man, where did this woman get started? She was in a place that I was, and I was able to relate to her. And be bold with your vulnerability. It's scary. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is scary. And you know what? You don't have to share everything. You don't. You can keep things to yourself. And there's a lot of things that I keep, but you want to talk to the person that you were before Beachbody got to you. Or maybe you just started. Who are you now that something spoke to you that I shared, or maybe somebody on the team shared, and you said, yeah, I can totally do this. I can go there. The engagement that I got on this post was fantastic. And it was just me sharing my transformation. I'm fully clothed. It's not even a physical transformation. It was, you can see in both pictures, I'm two completely different people. And I was actually able to share that. And so you want to be able to share posts like that. You want to share where you were and where you are right now. And maybe you're not exactly where you want to be, but now there's a light at the end of the tunnel, so you want to go deep. All right. So your action steps, you want to focus on one activity. Just like at Summit, they said, take two things that you learned and run with them. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. So you want to either build your Facebook audience or build your Instagram. I'm building my Instagram just because I know there's a really big cold market there. And that's what I'm after. I'm at a crossroads right now and I have to build my cold market. That's what works for me. I want you to focus on what works for you. Share your story consistently. Because we're sharing it constantly, I need to stay with free. Why is my mouse not working? I don't know why this is not working for me. Okay. Share your story consistently. Even though you're sharing it consistently and it sounds like you're sharing it a lot, you're not. People have not seen it as much as you think they have. Some people have maybe read it for the first time, the billionth time that you share it, but that's what you want. You want to constantly share your story. Take advantage of Transformation Tuesday tonight. It's a little late, but it might work. Throwback Thursday, fitness or opportunity. And then Sunday Blues, fitness or opportunity. You can do either one of those. Sunday, I did an opportunity post. I may not have gotten a lot of engagement, but it's out there. It's there. It's a story that I shared, and people are able to relate to what I had to say. Follow up with those likes. That is so important. The fortune is in the follow-up. And use a tracker. I uploaded a couple of trackers in the team page, so you can use something that you like. I use a notebook and I highlight and I make notes. I make my lists at the beginning of the month, but you guys know that I use a list. And so I make all my notes next to my names, and that's how I keep track of who I'm talking to. And then follow up twice and then continue as a friend and engage in their posts. You don't want to overwhelm them with following up, following up, following up. You know, if it's somebody that was interested in purchasing a challenge pack, I actually put up a couple scripts that I use when somebody has no longer responded to my text. And instead of making them feel uncomfortable with 1,000,001 follow-ups, I give them that final out. You know, hey, you know what? It seems like it's not the right time for you, or maybe, you know, maybe I wasn't clear in what I explained, but I just want to let you know this is the last time I'm going to contact you about XYZ program or the coaching opportunity. And that's fine and that's okay. And, you know, it's all good. But, you know, if you're still interested, get back to me. And that's it. And you leave the door open to them. If they respond, great. If they don't, then you know where you stand. But you always want to give them that out and make them feel as though every time you contact them, it's not about the program. It's not about coaching. It's not about any of the things, you know, any Beachbody stuff. All right. I probably jumbled my entire script, but the script is actually on the Diesel Dynasty page. So it's there. Why can't I move now? Ugh. All right. And so my quotes, I like to end my calls with my quotes. I believe you should always challenge yourself beyond your comfort zone. It's how we grow. When doors open, you have to be brave enough to walk through them. I thought that was such a great quote because sometimes we're so scared of, you know, failing or something that we don't take that step forward. And I think it's so important for us to do that. You know, go for it, you know, do it scared is what I hear all the time. All right. I don't know why my computer is acting so goofy. Everything is acting crazy on for me. All right. I see you guys. Let me remove this and let me unmute. Let me stop my share. Oh my gosh, how crazy. How terrible. All right, guys. So that's that. Let me go ahead and stop recording.